Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to InfiTech 2 with Triax 2. So, a little ways away from... Oops, let me try that again. A little ways away from our destination, as I was coming back with the path from the house, which, as you can see, is... I no longer need you. Is a little longer than anticipated and a lot less straight than I expected it was going to be. Except for this little expanse here, which is oak. It's all redwood harvested from the redwood forests up here. So, I'm probably going to harvest a lot. That looks like a Thaumcraft dungeon as well. I'll have to check that out. I may have seen that before. But, on the way there, I discovered this little village, and it includes a Thaumcraft house. I love the way Melissa Stores animates the doors. But in this chest, a Thaumonomicon, some Nitor, which is very handy, and some other stuff that I don't actually have room for. You know what? You can have the saplings, and this. That becomes yellow dye, which is... okay, whatever. And regular seeds, which I don't need. Also, the mushroom and the poppies. There's lots of poppies playing around. I'll probably come back for the glowstone at some point, but not right now. Oh, I have magnet mode turned on again. I don't remember why. Bees with honeycombs. Bees apparently are a part of this mod pack. But this place... aha! This place has something I've been looking for. Open up. It has bookshelves and trying to... which lets me books, which means I don't have to make my own. Which is an excellent thing. I'll probably make some enchanting equipment at some point, although I'm terrified to look at exactly what's been done to the recipe for enchantment. Enchantment? No, I've never actually played... okay, I've played some Dragon Age, but not terribly large amounts. Rubber tree saplings, steel thaumium, and gold. And an iron pickaxe, which I'll trade my dirt for. I have dark boots. What I'm hoping, very, very much hoping, that's actually an interesting thing there, is, what do we got in this chest? We got more tracks, which is good. Then more wooden ties, which is also good. You can keep the gravel and keep those stone slabs. I will take your tracks. I want your track, so you can have the arrow. I'll come back for the high-speed rails. Well, maybe. Bentonite. Oh, I know what that's for. The bentonite... okay, let's be honest. I don't know what bentonite is for. Let me find my button and press U. And mostly I'm going to use it for this. But it makes this stuff, which makes this stuff, which makes this stuff, which apparently makes magnesium and silicon and sodium and water. Wait, what? No, but it takes hydrogen to process it. Ew. Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna use it for the Origination book. And hello, is this a dungeon, or is it just the base of... yeah, it's just the base of the house. Fair enough. Trackman's goggles are an interesting thing, if you haven't seen them before. See, current or a none, you need to right-click it, and anchor, no, tracking. So tracking, if you turn it on, should show... you know what, I think that's the wrong aura. I think what I want is... no, tracking should be the aura. There should be little particle effects when somebody moves, showing you that they moved and where they moved at. Wow, 10 emeralds for a minecart. That's kind of expensive. It's actually pretty crazy expensive. I mean, yes, it's 12 emeralds for a minecart. To build them, or not 12 emeralds, 12 iron to build a minecart, but these will take damage if you're wearing them when you get hit by mobs. So they're not a GD protection item, like some things are. So, black deviating lily. I think that indicates coal, but I'm not certain. So I'm gonna head back to Chestination and excuse me, get started actually, I'll show you what I've done here real quick, and then I'll go back off camera and get started laying out rails. Oops. Hello. It's just. Oh. This is part of it. Basically, I've been running along punching grass out of the way to make a pathway, and I can. Like so. And that essentially gives me a indication of exactly where the path is going to, where the tracks are going to be laid for the minecart to roll along. I actually need a lot more tracks than I have. If I had not messed up and burned all those wooden ties on the rail bed, I'd be a lot further along to that goal, but for now, all I really need to do is move chicken. Actually, what I need to do is cook up some iron, probably from all the small iron that I've made or mined, and then use that to Chestination's on the other side of the thing, other side of the village. This is going to be a little bit trickier than I expected. That's fine. I can work around it. Yeah, so basically what I'll do is this. Just run right over the heads of these guys. But first I need to very quickly get my bed and sleep before everybody dies, because it's, excuse me, nightfall. I'm hoping that this video is not drowned out by background noise that I know is there. But essentially, once I get this done, I can make a couple of trips back and forth and basically bring all of this loot back to the house, basically. Do I have... No, I don't have strawberry seeds anywhere. Right, so what I'm going to do, I think, is take the... that's quite a bit of iron, or... Now, I know a lot of people say that you probably shouldn't waste it. Let's see. But at the same time, I am aware of how... Alright, so it's... That should be the right amount. Just 1.5. Should be 2. It should be enough to smelt that into iron. 1, 2. And then this can be made into the sticks to smelt the rest of it into. Yep. Yep, that'll be just right. Oh, this is smelting into iron nuggets. That's actually fine. And it's a little bit of a waste of iron. I totally understand that. But at the same time, when I can do this, and I like these wooden posts. They really look cool when you're building things. Alright, I'll wait for that to finish, but for now, I'll take these, and make more wooden rails. I'm going to end up using a lot of wooden rails. I can take this, and make, yes, more iron. 5 iron. 5 wooden ties. Make this, and make even more rails. That should be, I think, just enough rails to get me home. And it means that I should be able to... Alright, do I have... do I have cobblestone? Okay, first of all, gravel needs to go in here. Alright, let's go grab a piece of cobblestone. We'll grab from here. I can take... Oh, I put all the wood away, didn't I? Brilliant. Yep, that was an absolutely brilliant move on my part. Alright, so we got that, we got that. We'll need one of those. And some stone, which will require cooking. Which will... I used all my wood, didn't I? Alright, you. And you. And the cobble. And so we can very quickly go ahead and make the ore generation book, which is part of a quest. And then we'll need to get some ores, which are not as easy to get as you might hope, but not quite as difficult. So, here, 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 and here, and GT or InfiTech Ore Generation Guide. Click here, and here, and here, which completes its first quest. And now we have to find coal ore, tin ore, brown limonite, and chalcopyrite. Okay. But it also unlocks magic, which is this quest, which is Studies of the Arcane, which means scribing tools and some tables. Actually, we need 3 tables, but it only wants 2. I'm not quite sure why, but there you go. Ah, I also have 4 blue dye. And I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 steel ingots. Then grab my file, and I'll need the hammer. But I should be able to do this, and this. Make 3 steel rods, 1, 2, 3. This here. Go like this, and I have a InfiTech crowbar, which I can now use to... Oop, wrong book. Go to the Bronze Age. Open up shop in town, and claim my reward, which is 2 more industrial credits. Which are not exactly terribly helpful, but if we open this, iron ingots, we can take 3 industrial credits for 2 iron ingots. Same for copper ingots, or tin ingots. Instant cooldown. So this allows you to get... This is actually a very good thing, because it allows you to skip over a lot of the nuisance involved in early bronze crafting. But, what else we got? We'll still... I'll probably get the iron so I can make the cutters and the screwdriver easier. What is this? This is... iron nuggets. Because we need to smelt the nuggets. Well, that's fine. I've got 5, and I'll need... Oops. 9. Try not clicking on things with that. Alright. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to push you back up onto there. Thank you. I'm going to... Nope. I want to start with the iron rails. Alright, so I'm going to get this going back to the house, or rather the base. And as soon as I get there, or something else occurs, I do have auto refill turned on. Yeah, I do. Just not auto refilling. I'm not sure why. Okay. And then from here, we can go this way. I'm aware that I could technically go up and over the side of this too. be exactly where I need it to. Alright. Pickaxes are actually slower than just punching the rails. Go figure. But this way, I can... Oops. Yep, that's brilliant. Yeah. But essentially, being able to come all the way here on a rail cart, and I will get some more iron, and building... Oops, stop it. A couple of extra regular rail carts. Well, okay, scratch that. I'm going to build a... This is a... Yep, that's a Buildcraft water source. So you can basically pull infinite water out of that, I believe. Oh, speaking of which, I did turn off finite water in Code Chicken Core along with Ender Core's fireworks on achievements, just because, as pointed out, fireworks on achievement gets a little annoying after a while, and finite water is a lag issue. I mean, I have a very powerful computer, but after a while, with enough flowing water, even it starts to have an issue. So I'm not going to bore you with laying the several thousand rails I need to lay. At least I think it's 1,000. Almost 2,000, I believe, if I'm not entirely mistaken. I did find, if I scroll out here, well, another continent here, I think, because this is a savanna. Excuse me. And this is some sort of forest, but this little island here, which I think it's extreme hills, and then it has a little snowy biome over here, but it had quite a bit of exposed resources. There's a lot of bauxite on that island, so aluminum will not be an issue once I have the ability to process aluminum, anyway. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing for the next hour or 3, so... I left my bed back there. That wasn't very smart, was it? Destination's over this way. Yep, left my bed back there, and if I don't get to it, I'm going to die. Alright, I will see you guys soon. Let me step out here. I have done rather a lot of exploring. The house is, where's the house? The house is somewhere. House is all the way here. I explored this entire southern continent looking for a village. I missed this part, but it's all water over there as far as I can tell. Then I came over here and explored through this area and found this village. There's a chest with loot there. There's a chest with loot in this village, in the railcraft houses. It wasn't until I got here and found this ravine that I found some brown limonite at the bottom. There's banded iron ore down there, but that's going to be a little bit more of a challenge to get to. The reason I jumped back in, however, is the loot that I found. This is going to be part of my train, essentially. I'll have 3 chest carts, a work cart, and then my mine cart. Now, I've acquired some iron, small iron ore, and from a piece of brown limonite. I did complete a couple of quests. First quest is wrought iron, so broke down some nuggets, combined some nuggets. I've got rewards waiting for me as soon as I complete them. And same with the limonite. As soon as I am ready to claim the rewards, which I can't do right now because my inventory is full and I'm not home. In order to get home, I need to not open the Enchiridion. I actually need to get all the way back to this point, the railhead. I was farming this island for all of the small iron ore available on it, and so had been a furnace and um, bed there temporarily, but I've farmed all the. This island here has a huge tin deposit. Now, what I'm going to do is start the very long journey back to the. Oh, because that's the brown limonite. Actually, let me grab my waypoints and we will turn off everything except the railhead and home base and brown limonite. Go off. And then I will start the journey back there. They are... Ah, there's a silverwood tree here. Let's see if I can happen to see a node here. Actually, I can tell pretty quickly if there's going to be a node there because... nope, this is all forest hills, and I've been standing here long enough. If there were a node in this tree, it would be turning us to... Oops, wrong button. New ways of tools? Ah, wrought iron weaponry armor. In the chest here in this village, I meant to show you this before we leave. Where is it? There it is. There's lots of horses around here. If I had a saddle, I'd be riding one of those back, but I don't. There's a block of steel from Railcraft. There's some big tick steel here. There's another thaumium ingot. I'm going to take those home. There's the iron I just made. 9 dark steel, a tin, 2 iron pickaxes, an iron sword, a steel pickaxe, a steel chest. I don't have a chest piece, so now I do. And a crowbar. Plus there's some gold horse armor, which... Ah, I can macerate that. Or arc furnace it into some gold ingots. Excellent. Alright, I'm going to need a bed, but... There's also a chest of loot over by that Thaumcraft tree. And I will catch that later when I come back here, because there's more iron down in that ravine, and I'm going to need all the iron I can get. Alright, I'm going to start the long journey back to home base, and probably meet you either at there or at the railhead. But I will see you when I get there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this should be just enough stuff to get me back to the house. I should have enough room for 8 stacks of stuff. Rails, I mean. I do. I should have grabbed a... what's the word? A buffer stop track when I was at Chestinate. Yeah, I should have gone back to Chestinate and grabbed a buffer stop track so I could basically catch my train at the other end of this line, but I'll grab it when I get there. Because I'll be at the head of the train, because the only way... Okay, I say... Well, it actually will be a train, but it'll essentially be Steve rowing the minecart at the front. I suppose you could pole a minecart, although he's going to be pulling... Oh yeah, there's another work cart that I left. No, okay, I've got a work cart on me, and I'll grab the rest of the chest carts when I head back, and so it should be like 4 chest carts and a work cart behind, excuse me, behind him. So, yeah, he's gonna be rowing an awful lot of stuff, and I hope I haven't missed any tracks, but again, I'll be at the front of it, so I'll be able to... There's still only the 3 types of locomotives, right? Yeah. That one, which actually hasn't changed. Oh, it needs tools, but that's fine. Minecarts are still a pain in the neck. Iron rods to make iron bar. It's not so bad. It cut the recipe in half, which I disapprove of, but eh. Electric's a little harder, and a wrench. I guess you just fill in the spots with the wrench. That's the creative one. This is actually kind of a useful toy. This is Computronics. You can actually use it to program trains. I'm still trying to work out how to use it in my other series, but Essentially, you can also detect when a train comes over the top, which could be very useful. Well, we're almost back home, and I actually, have some regular iron tracks on me. I say iron tracks, but regular rails is what I should say. No, tracks, actually. No, because these are all... Yeah, tracks. So if we're a little bit short, we shouldn't be, but... My calculator's never been wrong before, and... Although, I'm the one running it, and I'm often wrong, so... Go figure. Looks like we're at the 30-minute mark, although we've cut in and out a few times. But we're almost done with this rail line, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this come heck or squid-filled water. I have gone through so many boats looking for land. Let's see. Alright, we need to... Speaking of water, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I turned on finite water, or turned finite water off, and that's a lag-induced change, rather than being a gameplay mechanic. I'm still treating it more or less as if it's finite, but at the moment it's... Small coal, okay. But at the moment, it's more of a matter of I have to be able to okay, fine. I'll get up that way then. I have to be able to run the game in order to have a gameplay challenge be some sort of issue, so I shouldn't have put you there, I should have put you over there. So if I can't run the game, the gameplay challenges don't actually matter. So what I'm going to do is make myself a loop here, and I can add a track there and make it a vanilla loop. Yeah. Well, I'll probably make a railcraft style loop. But yeah, this way I'll be able to bring my train in and park it, essentially. Park it right there. And I had just enough tracks for that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. Finally, this has been several days of effort. And... excuse me. Yeah, several days of effort, and I'm going to go back to, let's see, Destination, which is 1,800 blocks that way, and build a train, use my crowbar, and come back with all the supplies and loot I can carry. I'm going to go to the other loot places and carry the loot back from them. I'm going to have a gooseberry to celebrate. Yum. And a walnut, because I can. 2 walnuts, because I can. Oh, well, I'm going to say when I have 1 walnut. Jumpy, jumpy, jumpy. No? Okay, fine. Whatever. Yeah, so, I'm going to go back, going to collect all that loot, throw it on the train, and then we're going to run back to, and then we're going to take the train, and we're going to drag it back here. But, that is for the next episode, and I will see you guys then. Bye.